Take a breath of fresh air.
Or go for a walk. You are part of the carbon cycle.
Carbon is part of everything we do. It is the chemical backbone of all life on Earth.
You probably don't even realize the role carbon plays during your daily routine.
And definitely not how much of an impact you have on the recycling of carbon, which happens in many different ways.
Most of the Earth's carbon is
Stored in the hydrosphere.
in the ocean.
It's like a giant sink that collects carbon. Plus, it absorbs it from the atmosphere.
Carbon enters the biosphere through marine organisms in the ocean who absorb the carbon from the water.
And when they die, their bodies sink to the ocean floor.
The carbon then enters the lithosphere as the bodies of the dead marine animals sink to the bottom of the ocean,
break down, and result in the formation of fossil fuels and sedimentary rocks.
Sometimes carbon remains stored in the ocean's depths for centuries.
The carbon is released back into the atmosphere, mainly in the form of carbon dioxide, as humans burn the fossil fuels in factories for energy.
Another way of carbon being recycled is through the food chain, where humans are directly involved with it.
All of the food we eat contains carbon dioxide.
Plants, such as vegetables, absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through photosynthesis.
The meat we eat comes from animals who have ingested carbon dioxide via the grass and plants they consume.
Sea creatures who eat plants bring carbon into the ocean. Anything that is living gives the carbon they initially consumed back into the atmosphere through respiration, and you can imagine other ways carbon moves from place to place.
The carbon cycle is the result of many interacting forces over time that recycle carbon around the planet, ensuring that carbon is available worldwide.
Carbon is such a vital part of our day-to-day lives, as you can see from this video.
Now we're going to talk about the impact that humans have on the recycling and reuse of carbon.
Which occurs in two main ways.
1. The burning of fossil fuels. These actions remove carbon from the fossil fuels and emit it as carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
Naturally, carbon would be released from the lithosphere either very slowly or rapidly through volcanic activity. Humans rely heavily on fossil fuels for energy and extract it from the lithosphere at an unsustainable rate.
We are burning more coal, oil, natural gas, and other fossil fuels for more power generation and industrial factory activity to supply more energy.
This is affecting the cycle since now there is 30% more carbon dioxide in the air today than there was 150 years ago.
The carbon can't keep up with such fast use. It is predicted that we will run out of oil in 49 years,
natural gas in 20 years, and coal in 106 years.
Having so much carbon in the air is dangerous considering carbon's heat-trapping properties.
The Earth is getting warmer due to the excess carbon dioxide and methane in the atmosphere, storing the heat in the Earth.
This means more carbon gets dissolved into the water, which causes ocean acidification, the gradual lowering of the ocean's pH.
The other most important human impact on the carbon cycle is when we make changes to areas of land.
As we know, there are large amounts of carbon that are stored in living plants.
An example of land use changing, such as deforestation,
can influence the carbon cycle in many ways.
The removal of plants and vegetation takes away the opportunity of capturing carbon from the atmosphere through the process of photosynthesis.
Also, deforestation leads to a lot more soil being eroded.
In conclusion, carbon is extremely important. It is related to big problems the world is dealing with right now, like climate change and activism.
Since carbon can have up to 6 binding points, it combines very easily with other elements and makes up many different materials with different properties.
The carbon cycle is vital for life and is changing a lot as humans continue to develop.